Hello, Covers.
Hey, everybody.
Oh, wow.
Good to see you.
I was cleaning my glasses, guys. Now I'm going to
Oh,
tell you why
God. He's going to start this
I'm going to
crap
start right off the
already.
bat. Why we were just a few seconds late. I said, "Will you go get me a couple of pieces of toilet paper so I can clean my glasses?" I said, "You need to clean yours if you can see through them because it looked like fog on them."
Fog.
You know, or
Bacon
like
grease
bacon
and butter.
butter syrup. Looked like some little kid been handling them. So then she brings me a couple of pieces of, and it's wet.
I
She
told
said,
him.
"Well, I said, why did you dampen that toilet paper for me to clean my glasses with?" Now tell him why you did that.
So you could clean your glasses.
Why? But my glasses, I just needed dry. And so here I am trying to clean, and I've got these toilet paper streaks all over my glasses. So then I had to use my shirt. Yeah, you're going to think that's the world's smallest violin. It'll be playing just for you.
Hey,
me.
blistering
Hey,
barnacles.
blistering barnacles.
Let's start up at the top.
Enton Beach Treasures, David
Yes.
Alfonsetti's, Bill Paparouse,
J-Man with Metal Sharks first this
Good
evening.
seeing you
Good
in
to
here,
see all
guys.
of you.
Iron Antler, James and Risha, thanks for stopping
We were just
by.
talking about you guys, James and
Talkie
Risha.
Detector.
Hey, Talca. Good to see you.
Thanks for stopping by.
Let's see. Scroll up to the top.
Am I blistering? Did we get we got blistering?
We got
barnacles.
blistering.
Am I missing
I
someone?
think so. David Alfonsetti.
David Alfonsetti.
Yes. David Alfonsetti. Hello and welcome.
And
all
Park
of
Rat
you
Metal
all.
Detecting.
Hey, Pat.
Hey, Pat. Thanks
Good
for
to
stopping
see you.
in this evening and hanging out here a little bit with us at the Cove.
Listening to Robert's.
The new Cove.
Yeah. Listening to Robert's stuff.
My stuff.
Yeah, talking about cleaning your glasses, getting the
I was
grease
trying,
off of them.
I don't have. It was hers. That
Hey, Yankee
grease.
Down South. Good to see you, Greg.
Her glasses had the grease all over them.
Mine had bacon grease on. And you said maple syrup and butter.
Who knows what they had on them? Don
Hey,
Relic
Creeper.
Metal Detecting.
Good
Hey,
to
thanks
see
for stopping
you, Don.
by. I'm going to say, long time no see.
Yes.
It's been we've been out of the loop for a while ourselves, guys.
We've made a major move. We're no longer at the Cove.
Made a major move. Yeah. Back in the city and
yeah, we're in the city. Still
house.
Have the Cove.
Still
and go out there twice a week.
Yeah. Wish they didn't have to, but have to. So.
Yeah.
It's another story all in its own.
Oh yeah, but we
will not bore you all with those things tonight. Absolutely not. We've actually. It's been a great week here at the Cove.
Yes, it has.
Got to go out and we've got 3 days of metal detecting.
Had some nice weather.
Some awesome weather.
Tuesday was out and about.
Yeah, in fact, here in just a little bit, as everyone starts coming in, I'm going to show you a little. The video will be out Monday.
Yeah.
At 7, and but I'm going to. I was telling Beard the other night in his live stream that he'll want to stop by and see because I got punked. Yeah, she's like, "You punk,"
I'm going a punk.
And I'm going to tell you guys, I'm always telling you all, don't get discouraged when you're out metal detecting. But we get discouraged. We're only human. We're not robots. And the find I found, let me tell you, I was done for the day. We have went into this area. We've been watching this area because it's in the city park, and they had started clearing out a section of the park that has been grown up for years and years and years, and they're making walking paths through there that's a little bit more of a challenge for people to walk on. It's got some hills, and it's a little bit more, not just the flat gravel path. And so we've been eyeballing this area and watching, and so we decided to go over Tuesday and metal detect this area. And let me tell you, it was All I was digging was cans. Don't
An electric chair. Oh, I won't be doing that.
It was just digging can after can after can after can, and it was pull tab after pull, and the old beaver tail pull tabs. Oh, I found a pin in a penny. I found a daggone memorial, and it's like 10 inches deep. But in the video, there's one spot because we did go into the creek.
We both did some mudlarking, so to speak.
A cool marble find. That was my find, and actually that was Mason Merck this evening.
Yes,
that found and their marble they had in their video was similar to this marble we found this evening. So I was telling them that in their premiere this evening.
Yeah,
so that was cool. But I found that, and
thank you, Don.
Went back up and was swinging, and like I said, in one clip you'll actually hear me saying to Melissa, I'm heading back to the truck because guys, I was out of the zone and the machine done shut. I was done. And when I was heading back, I was at a pace. I was still swinging, but I was not metal detecting, if that makes any sense. I truly was not metal detecting. I was just, looked like I was probably hacking weeds as I was beelining it to the truck. I was hungry. I was thirsty. I was tired of digging cans. And it wasn't, I'm going to tell you, nothing to do with any kind of skill that I may have or don't have, or the machine I was using. But I get this signal, and I'm like, well, shoot, it's going to be brass because it was ringing so high. And with everything that I had found, because when it come to coins that day, all I had found was like 2 pennies and a quarter.
Yeah.
Rest of it was
anything.
Pop cans, and luckily they had trash cans set up there. So
yeah.
But pop cans and pull tabs. But
this is why it was called punk.
And when you see the video, the terrain I was in, it's because they have been in there with moving ground around. They've been cutting trees and brush and mulching, and they're not.
The ground is far from.
They're not cleaning up the best. I mean, it is still uneven terrain, and it's not the smoothest, and the ground's not the smoothest. And where I found this was a shitty place. I flipped it out. I see it. I say, okay, it's not a piece of brass, it's a token because it's round. I figured, okay, I found a token. Pick it up. I give it a little rub, and then at that point it's on. As soon as I did that, I knew what it was. I've only found one other, but man, let me tell you, and it's a 1920, and it's my second Walking Liberty $50, man.
Hey, Corey.
And when you all see that video in the area we're in, and like I said, the fact that I found that, and I was not even metal detecting. I was, like I said, I was beelining it back to the truck as fast as I could. Like I said, I was hay raking with my metal detector.
Thanks, Don.
And so we're going to be going back to that area.
Yes, we will.
Because then right after I find that, I'm like, okay, I get back in the zone. It takes that sometimes. I'm always telling you guys, don't get discouraged. Don't get discouraged. You will find things. I was discouraged that day, guys.
Yes.
Let me tell you. Bob got discouraged.
He did.
That brings you out of discouragement. So I go on about, 10 minutes. I'm not going to tell you what I found, but it's a cool find too. So you'll have to tune in Monday night and see that find.
Yeah.
But yes, my second Walking Have Liberty dollar. And let me tell you, I was getting the look like right now. I know Beard found that Benji on top of the ground, and I'm like, oh, see, now that's my major bucket lister that I want to find is a Benji and a skeleton key.
Yeah, me too. I'd even go for a top of a skeleton key.
We seen that this evening. Hey, Corey, thanks for stopping by.
Anywho,
and Lisa, Miss Lisa.
Yes,
Hey, Lisa.
I said hello to Lisa.
You said hello to Lisa.
I
did.
did.
Oh yeah, I was.
Oh,
In fact, this
I just had
evening
to open up that can,
I
didn't
was
I?
told about that because I seen Etten Beach Treasures, and I'm like, well, I hadn't seen them in a while. And Melissa's like, yes, they've been in. It's because you're always over there yakking, and I'm the
said
one. I'm the one over here saying hello to everybody.
Well, is that not the truth? I am saying
Yeah.
hello to everyone.
Mm-hmm.
And as I was getting ready to say before being so rudely interrupted.
No, you weren't.
Yes, I was.
But anyways, guys, when you see that video,
Hey, keep digging.
go ahead, please.
As Robert had already mentioned, we went down into the creek and he found the marble. And of course, I had on boots. He still had his tennis shoes on. I had on boots. So I went a little bit further into the creek and was looking around and everything.
Hey, Loretta.
And hey, Loretta. And so I found little bits and bobs of broken glass and this, that, and other. I had my mind on, of course, and I think I may have mentioned it. I want to find a marble. Well, I didn't find a marble like Robert did, but I did find this bottle.
Yes.
And let me get it turned around here. It says Vess. Let me see here. Billion Bubble Beverages, a choice variety of popular flavors.
Now, granted, they still make this, but this bottle actually come from a bottling company in our hometown, my hometown of Huntington, West Virginia, that's been out of business for over 60, 70 years.
I don't know if you want to see this, but Whistle Bottling Company.
So that was pretty cool.
Huntington, West Virginia. And so I definitely brought this out. There's no chips. And of course, this creek just recently flooded.
Yeah.
So I mean, amazing.
We're going to be hitting that creek some when I get some waders.
But I also...
And I did get wet the other day. Though.
I showed this in the video. Can I finish telling what I want to tell?
Sure.
Okay, let me finish it. Don't interrupt. I found it's one of the blue ones, but it's a broken insulator, glass insulator. I didn't bring it out because there's a big chunk missing. But I also found, and Robert and I kind of discussed about it back and forth, but it was a ceramic stoneware insulator, as well broken, but you could still see the threads on the inside. Mm-hmm. And I
think we're going to go back over.
That's right. Better than an old marble. Keep digging. That's right. Hey, Stacy R. Good to see you.
Thanks for stopping by. But yeah,
But I found some other bits and bobs, and that'll be in the video Monday as well. I had a good day, I thought.
Yep. And then we got out and got to go out to the beach area.
We did. Yes, we did.
Melissa had a good day there. She found the first 2 rings of 2025.
I did.
They're just cheapies, just junkers, but
one of them it's not a valuable ring, but it's precious to someone.
Yeah.
It is precious to someone.
Yeah, it's in the if they've seen because where it's upcoming, because I already got that out.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, so yeah, it's and I have a ring, but it's just a toe ring, a little cheap. But Melissa had a good day that day.
Yeah.
At the beach. It was, oh my goodness, where the water had been up. It was so muddy there on the sand was muddy. It wasn't sandy that day. It was muddy.
It was
where the rain had washed down in there. And it was a mess in there, but we had a good.
I didn't detect long that day. My shoulders and back started bothering me.
Because 2 days straight for her tuckered her out.
It did.
Yeah, it did. We did. Oh my gosh, because we had not swung the detectors. You got to realize when you see that video Monday, between that video and the last video has been a month plus.
Yeah.
Because we hadn't got to get out with the move and the weather, mainly the weather And now we're starting to get weather that we got out. Yesterday we got out and did a permission. We had seen
We
this
did.
old house, just an old dilapidated house, home site, out towards the area where we ATV ride. And we've talked about, man, I'd love to metal detect it. So once again, as I always say, and I say it in the opening of that video, which you'll see in a few weeks, you have this little device that's a phone and a computer, and it has all kinds of
Isn't it
information
amazing?
on it. And you find out the address or the location of where you want to detect, and you get on this little computer, and it's amazing stuff you can find out about on here. And you get those permissions, and then you go find the owner and knock, and they say yes. It's awesome.
It is awesome, isn't it?
It's amazing that
And
you can
amazing.
do that
Yes,
with
it
these little
is.
devices that everyone walks around with and has.
Yes, it is.
Getting technology just grand, folks. I love it.
Adventures in Michigan with Lisa says it's been
Been
cold here. Monday's
Yeah.
supposed to be 40.
I know DF Digger, he was talking about how much snow they still had and ice. He said maybe by the end of the month, he might be able to get out and detect. And I was like, oh, well, it's been 60 to 65 degrees here.
We have had
got
some
out
60
a few days.
degree days.
It's cold today.
Yeah.
And
Supposed to be in
tomorrow it's going to
20s
be
tonight.
cold. And then it's going to warm back up a little bit. And then it's going to get cold again. And then
It's that time of the year.
It's March.
Can you believe it?
So,
March 1st already?
March can be a crazy month. I figure we'll end up getting another snow. I don't
feel
think
that we
we've
will.
seen the last of the snow, because in actuality, there's a couple of places you can still see little piles of snow where the sun hasn't hit yet. Even though we've had a week of 50 and 60 degree weather, there's still little areas where there was enough snow that the sun hasn't hit, and it's still just a couple of patches. So they always say snow hangs around for more. So
the moon is lovely tonight. The last time we looked out, it was cloudy.
It's cloudy here.
Yeah. Yep. I love looking at the moon.
Yep,
Might do a beach hunt next weekend. Only place where the ground isn't frozen. Well, good luck. Dirt Devil detected.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Anytime you can get out, whether it's frozen. I mean, because sand and
Well,
stuff.
you know what? Like I told Jim and Mason Murray, you all can have that snow hunting, guys. You younger guys, I'm sorry. This old boy don't like getting out in the cold much anymore. We have a couple of years ago, we would have been home site hunting no matter what the temperature. But this year, because I'm like, I'm not doing it. I can't do it. Get out in them cold temperatures and out in the woods.
We are too dirt devil.
And it takes me 3 and 4 days to get warm again.
A couple winters back, I made up my mind then a couple winters back while we were doing home site hunting. Because we were hitting it hard on the weekends.
We were.
And the temperature would be in upper 20s, lower 30s, and I'd have to go to get in the truck or side by side, whatever we were in at the time, to warm up and my toes and fingers. And I said, you know what? I ain't doing this no more. And that is exactly what I meant. I can't do it no more.
So we haven't done the home site hunting this year. We're going to get some more in.
Yeah, we are.
We're going to get to. We still got all of this month.
Yeah.
And some in April that we'll still be able to home site hunt, because we'll get cool days in April.
Yeah.
Shoot, it's getting to be around here anymore. It's June before it really starts.
I think that's what's kicking in with us, Lisa.
Warming up real good. Arthritis.
Yes, arthritis.
Yeah. I can't call it arthritis. It's just that I pay more attention to the cold. I was telling her the other night, we were talking about that, and I said, when I was younger, the cold didn't bother me. And I said, it don't let it bother. I just pay more attention to it now than I did then. When you're younger, you've got more testosterone that's pumping your, and adrenaline that you produce, and you're wired differently. The older you get, the engine starts. Yeah.
Can you not think of words to explain what the engine does?
Starts slowing down, and you start paying more attention.
Hey, Richie. We're glad you're here, Richie.
So I'm sorry, guys, but we are this summer. Now that we're back in town,
Hold that thought.
And we've got several homes around here. See, Huntington's got a new mayor now, and he's on a mission to clean up Huntington. I think they waited way too long, but their efforts are good, and they have got home after home after home we're seeing with their sign on it, Huntington property going to be demolished,
right?
Because they're the homeless and the drug dealing and the squatting is getting out of hand in this town, and citizens are concerned. So this mayor is trying to start to clean up the town. So they've got a lot of houses that they're going to demolish. Well, okay, in our town, if it's city property, it's fair game. Your setup behind you looks fantastic. It's not a virtual or AI or nothing.
It's just our room.
This is just our new. This is the new command center.
Hey, Cynthia.
So yeah, I know we've had people ask if our background was real in our old command center,
yeah.
And I was like, no, that was our room. That was our command center then, and this is the new one. It's a downsized, and it's really, oh my gosh, that was a rough one to do when I had to combine command center and the shop all back into one room that's smaller than our old command center was. So I did a pretty good job. So, but yeah, this is just this is our finds. These are moonshine jars. And yes, it's moonshine that we have drank. That stuff we get from the liquor store. And this shelf, and I've got the lids screwed up into the shelf. So then you just take the jar off. I got that from, guys in their workshops would always have the screws, nuts, bolts, and nails and stuff hanging. And so I did it. That's what I wanted to do. And, one's tokens, and we have silver and wheat pennies and my bicentennials, because here at Clark's Cove, if you watch Clark's Cove, bicentennial quarters are my favorite quarter to find. And I've gotten quite a collection, and, and then it goes right on down the line of our file, like, one of them is our Canadian or foreign coins and Indian head pennies, buffalo nickels, like that. And just shells this has got all marbles on it. This little corner shelf back here is all full of marbles. There's my bat up there in the corner that was from DF Digger. No, Mike.
With great finds.
Our sign,
which
is actually our Clark's Cove logo. When you see our little logo,
DF Digger's dad made
for us. And I've got that downstairs because I've got plans for that plaque here.
Not to interrupt your thought, but while we've got Richie on here and Cynthia's joined us, I see Northern Found and a few others. Hello.
That's
yes.
Looter 8.
Yes. Frank and Tyler. Show them what we found.
Because they were not here because it says, come see what I found in the corner. Long story short, we were hunting an area in our city park that they've been clearing out for walking paths. I was really frustrated. I was heading back to the truck, not really detecting, but come across my second Walking Liberty $50, and that video will be out Monday. So yes.
And what did you find in the creek?
In the creek, and Melissa's down there, and she's like, "Oh, I want to find a marble. I want to find a marble." And
I didn't find one.
I had actually found. I think that's when I found the compact lid.
Around in that vicinity,
and I had turned around and was cleaning my pinpointer off in the creek, and I'm like, "There's a marble like there." So I grabbed the camera and holler at Melissa and start filming, and that was the marble. It's I guess what they would call a patch, because it's got the patch on it, and then the rest of it is just a yellow, clear,
Kind of
yellow,
amberish, isn't it?
amberish color. And I know Mason Merck's marble they had in their premiere was kind of similar to that this evening. And I know Richie said it could be a vitro, but yeah, that was the marble that I have found there Tuesday in the creek. And that's the second or third marble I found in that creek now. And we're going to start walking that creek. I got to go get me some good
Cynthia
waders.
says, yep, vitro
patch. I've got to go get me some waders, and we're going to start walking that creek because, my opinion, there's a lot of we're just eyeballing walking the banks, and I mean we're like seeing pottery galore.
He said it might be he cannot see it good.
Yeah, it's hard on this. Our camera's not the best, Richie. I mean, but that's going to be about the best right there I can give you, bud. But it's definitely got a big patch on it right there, and then that's just kind of yellowish amber color. So either way, we just love finding marbles like that, and I know you guys do too. It's just exciting, especially when you're not expecting to find them. That's when they're the best finds. Just when you do not expect it, and it's just what it's all about.
It is fun finding things and sharing with you guys that you guys have found as well.
Yeah.
And
that's because we all have that in. Guess what? We all have that in common because we're all metal detectors, mudlarkers, magnet fishers, all rolled up into one. We all have all of that stuff. So yes. And so it's always cool when you see another channel finding some of the things just exactly like what you find or similar to it. That was like the marble Mason Merck and them found was, and I told him, I said, that's similar to the one we've, and it's cool when other channels are finding things similar to what you find, or if not, some of the same things.
We will do that, Bill.
What is it?
Anyone ever finds his marbles, please return to Papa Rouse somewhere, Tennessee.
Is there return postage? Can I get a return postage on that?
Madison Main says, Kelly and I hunt so hard for marbles, we are surprised when they show up. Oh, I still think you got a few marbles left for that, Bill.
If Jim and Mason are in here, they might be listening. That tooth, please send that tooth to Melissa. She lost that tooth. And I'm telling you, it'll fit in there. She has a space back there that it'll fit.
Oh, my Lord. My face is turning red.
Yeah, please.
I don't know what kind of tooth that was.
Drop that tooth in the mail. They said canine.
Canine?
Yeah. Drop that tooth in the mail.
Robert, you are, Cynthia, in the biggest way. Northern Fountain says, dug up a mason jar full of marbles last year, hoping for another mason jar full this year. Wow.
Oh my gosh. I've not seen that video. I'll have to go back and.
No, I think maybe what he meant, they dug up enough marbles to fill a mason jar. Clear that up, Frank. Was that you dug up a full mason jar, or you dug enough marbles to fill a mason jar?
I'm going to put you on the spot.
Competition. That'll be a challenge.
Yes, enough to fill a jar. That's cool.
That is very cool. We've just had enough to fill a cup.
Our jar, one of those jars has got our marbles in it, and it's maybe half.
Yeah, I don't think it's quite half.
It might not be half, but that's awesome, man. Yeah. Love it. But you all always find awesome stuff.
The poison bottles.
Yeah.
Those little blue poison bottles. Those are, I would love to find anything that said poison on it.
Yeah. And you just hope something was in it, wouldn't you?
Why does he say some of this stuff? I will never know.
Jimmy's sprinkling that stuff on my Fruit Loops.
You are Fruit Loop. God. gosh. Now see what kind of thoughts he has that I would do sprinkle poison on his cereal. Oh, goodness sakes. I don't know why I thought of this.
Because your brain started working.
Cynthia says,
That
of
might be
course
why.
she would.
108 marbles in 2024 over 200 in 2023.
Jeez,
Yeah.
oh Pete, that is wonderful.
Yeah.
Found over 30 blue poisons last year.
I don't think I'll beat that this year. That's great.
Goodness sakes, that is awesome.
Yeah, I guess we'll be doing the marble show. The marble show's still going on in May.
That is in May.
Yep. So
That is our plan.
right now, plan is that we will be going there, and we need to see about, because they're saying if you want a table, we need to go ahead and reserve our table. So if we're going to do it, because honestly, guys, we're going to try to get rid of some of these jars and stuff of marbles that we have got, because we have got the.
I should have brought that one little jar I fixed up. It's a half pint with the zinc top and one of the glass, not porcelain inserts, but one of the clear glass inserts.
Ones.
And I went through all of our marbles that we had in that big metal.
Yeah, we seen that, Lisa. And yeah, gonna let everyone know, in case you all don't know, those old paint cans, when you shake them, usually.
Okay, they got it.
Those are marbles. That's a marble in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're not fancy marbles,
But it's a marble.
but it is a marble that the marble companies made for that.
Yes, I've seen that, Richie, that your all's marble show is the 17th of May.
So yes, those are, so anytime you come across an old paint can or even one of the new ones, they've got marbles in them. But be careful, if you bust one open, it ain't already rusted or something, they could explode. They still, even though they might be empty, they could, you hit it wrong, it could still explode on you. So be careful if you think, oh, I'm going to start to, but there are marbles in those old paint cans.
Yes,
like I said, they're not fancy marbles, but they are marbles.
Yep.
And that was a cool, yes, Lisa, that
was cool find. Yep.
So always remember that, guys. If you come across old paint cans, you're like, it's kind of like, except that's not a marble, it's a plastic ball. It's like in Guinness. Not the Book of World's Records, but the drink. Just to clear that up. There's a little plastic ball in the cans.
Iron Antler says, Risha and I hit a new permission today. We found some really cool relics. Did you see, James, the find that Robert showed a while ago?
If you didn't, I'm not showing it.
That's when I called him a punk.
Yeah, I think they were in here and seen it. But yeah, it's awesome, James. We can't wait to see that.
Yep. Looking forward to it. That is for sure.
I've never found tins or bottles or marbles, but much glass jar.
Oh, no, that's cool. Old
Cool.
matchbooks.
Yeah. Definitely.
It is so awesome to find old things.
Because they still make matchbooks, don't they?
I guess. I don't know.
I know they still make the wooden ones.
Boxes of matches.
But yeah, I guess they still make
Iron Antler says, but I think he needs to show it again.
Oh, well, like who was it? Ben and Rebecca.
Maine Dirt Sweepers.
When Ben found his, wasn't that
a half?
A Walking Liberty half?
I think it was.
And he said, please, Robert, mention
who found
the fact that Ben over at Maine Dirt Sweepers found a Walking Liberty $50.
And not Becca.
Congratulations again, Ben, on that. Because me and you have something in common now. Because
he just had to just
there it is. There it is. She wants to touch it. I won't let her.
Ask him if I can touch it. No.
I just like. Oh gosh.
Oh, he is a punk.
Oh.
See, Robert Risha said that you are a
A
punk.
punk.
Yes, great minds think alike. Yes, yes.
But let me tell you, excuse
Oh,
me.
he's getting choked up now.
Like I said, man, it was just pure luck. And because that's like I said, I was not even detected. I'm just
I
walking
wasn't
in.
ready to go. I was having fun down in the creek, plundering around and pilfering,
I was ready to go.
and I could just tell as the day progressed that he was getting frustrated. And he said, "Melissa, I'm heading to the truck."
Hey, you can
So
only
I climbed down
dig.
that creek bank, and
Now, I'm sorry, I don't care who you are as a detectorist. You can only dig so many pop cans and so many pull tabs and so many of the twist off ones that you just, I mean, and when you're finding nothing else, truly, that's.
It is. You can get in the pits real quick.
And like I said, even though I tell everyone, don't get discouraged, but it happens. We're only human. It just only it happens. But I just, that was just pure dumb luck, honestly, to find that, because like I said, it was not because I was metal detecting, because at that point I was not metal detecting. Truly, I'm walking and swinging like I'm cutting weeds.
And where he found it, like we had said,
was a mess.
They have been doing with a dozer, work, moving
And
dirt
mulching.
and mulching as they cut things.
And
And it was just
stuff.
there.
They're cleaning it up, but it's a mess.
And in metal detecting, as we all know, that if you find one nice coin, you want to check and search that area by basically going around in a circle around that coin.
Definitely. And we did.
And we did, even though knowing that coin had been pushed to where Robert found it.
That's
so
the
it's
thing.
Original.
Yeah, hard to tell where it had been pushed there.
From.
Because it was right under this. I mean,
it was well worn, but yes, it wasn't scratched from any of the.
It didn't have a half an inch of dirt over it.
Yeah.
So it had been pushed there.
It had been pushed.
It was not deep. You'll see. When I got it, I just scraped with my digger, and there it was.
I seen it flop when he did that, because I was following along with it.
And it flopped out. I mean, it was right there. So it had been pushed there, and who knows where from. We scoured that area up, down the bank, back and forth, and not another signal other than pull tabs and pop cans.
Yes, park rat.
But then I moved on and was heading on to the truck, because I was still basically, even after finding that, we hunted for maybe in the video I said, I'm going to hunt for another couple of hours.
Oh,
but we didn't. But I'd say we hunted for another 45 minutes.
Yeah, I would too.
And I went maybe 5-10 minutes, and then I find the next find that I find. Like I said, I'll leave that for the video for you all to watch. But it was kind of a cool find. It was definitely another unexpected,
but common in
some
circles.
Used to be. It's gone now.
Yeah, it's gone now.
But
what used to be.
What used to be, it's gone now. They'll be like, what the hell are they talking
about? I gotta watch the video to find out.
I have survived 100% of my worst days. Yeah. Yeah, well, like I said, we all have, but it's amazing how a bad hunt, then that one can turn it into a good hunt.
Yep, absolutely.
I mean, we had some cool finds. She had a compact lid. I had a compact cap.
Mm-hmm.
I had the marble. You had the bottle.
I got forked.
You got the fork.
Got forked
it
in the creek.
Nothing.
No, it's stainless. Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't nothing special, but it's still,
Found some other little things that you'll see in the video.
Always fun finding utensils. I found yesterday when we went detecting in the video, I found a fork, and of course, Bob was going for a trifecta of breaking things in that video yesterday, which you all see here in a few weeks. But yeah, I was good at breaking. Yeah, I guess I was out of the swing of breaking things. So definitely I made up for it yesterday in my video of breaking.
Yeah, that doesn't help.
Of breaking items that I was finding. And we've all done that. I always stress, always try to be careful when you find delicate items, but sometimes, you know, Butterfingers.
You just don't realize your own
You know,
strength.
you get that Captain America strength, and you go, oh man, wow. Or Hulk smash, you know.
Okay, at Beach, we will check that out after the live stream.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yes, save your utensils and make a wind chime with them. We have.
I
yes.
have all the from the shop, and I know you all remember when we used to do our endings, and we had all the utensils, forks, knives, spoons on the wall behind us. I still have all that stuff there in one of those popcorn Christmas tins. So yes, we still have all that stuff.
Yeah.
It just had to be put into containers.
It's in container ship right now.
Container ship now. Yeah, it's in container ship. That's a good one. So yes. So,
Yeah.
But we still have all of that stuff. All our dog tags that we found.
Yeah.
And keys.
Although we did purge that stuff as well.
Yeah, because
I mean, there's some keys that are just
keys in here, and
like your basic Walmart key or whatever.
Yeah, there was some keys I purged. I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, it's just a key.
Yeah.
You know, we found it. It's on film. People can watch it.
Bing. Speaking of Bing, it made me think about where we went today. And we will go back and do a video and share with all of you fine folks.
Okay. I have because I'm old school. I have an old, it's not old, but it is, I guess it is.
To some people.
To some people it would be. It's a Sony
To us, it's not.
300 disc CD changer because I'm just not up to date with the streaming of music.
Well, we've invested too much in CDs.
And I've invested too much in CDs over the years. So I'm still one of those people. So I tracked this guy down that still works on that stuff. And so he's actually one of the founders of the Radio Museum here in Huntington. And I've heard about the Radio Museum here in Huntington, but never been out to it.
Nuh-uh, never.
Till today.
Yep. I'm glad we
I
did.
talked to him the other day, and he said, yeah, take it up there and drop it off and leave a note on it. They'll hold it. I'm going to be there next week, and I'll get it and let you know when I get it worked on. And so we dropped it off in there, and the couple of guys that works there, and they're just volunteers. So they do tours, and they wanted to give us a tour, but we had some places to go. But they did give us a quick just walk through
of a couple of rooms.
A couple of the rooms, and oh man, guys,
amazing!
This Saturday we're going to go back and do one of the tours. We're going to take the camera along with us, and we're going to do a video from there. Plus, the building is an old school. And so we was telling them, we're metal detectorists. We have a YouTube channel, Clark's Cove Detecting. And he said, well, you're more than welcome to metal detect the school
the grounds.
So I told him, so they're going to see about, because they have to check. So I said, we'll be back. So we're going to go back Saturday and do the video of the tour, and then hopefully, possibly, I'm not promising you all, but they said there shouldn't be any reason that we shouldn't be able to metal detect. And I told them we have waivers. If there is want us to sign a waiver, we have them.
Hey, so Colleen.
Hopefully, fingers crossed, give us luck on that permission. But I figure there'll be no problem with it, especially once we do because we're going to do the video and do the walkthrough with them on the tour and do a video.
A couple of things.
Oh man,
a couple of things they showed us today. One of them, what was that ham radio type deal from the war?
It was
which
an old
was
World
that?
War II ham radio that was used for Morse code.
Yeah,
and it was actually working. And he started tuning it in, and we was sitting there listening to a couple of ham radio guys, just, amateur radio.
We're not sure, Stacy. We've not done any research or anything
Don't
about
know
the age
because
yet.
I was not privy about that
Uh-uh.
place. So we're going to find out a little bit more about, hopefully be able to bring you all a video on that. Definitely. I hope they let us. He said there should be no problem with us metal detecting it.
But the little radio,
But the little radio,
Hang
that
on,
was
Zach.
so cool to hear. Because, everyone thinks, now me personally, I like CDs and I like the crystal clear sound, but nothing beats
I think that's
the
Morse code
old speaker sound. But that thing,
That's staticky.
and you could hear the people talking over it, and it
Crackling.
sounded like something like if you was watching an old war movie.
Mm-hmm.
And you would hear them coming over the radio, coming over the radio and breaking up. And and it was so cool to sit there and listen to them guys talking back on their ham radios over that old
vacuum
radio.
tube radios
Yes.
is what Bill's saying.
And then he showed us
And I don't know the story on this.
the camera.
Yes, it's a camera.
It's a like a television camera, a news camera, and it actually
Huge.
was the camera that sat at the 37 World's Fair.
I don't know. It's
in
one
New
of the World's Fair.
And when people walked through, that camera was sitting there filming them, and they would actually get to see themselves on television. They have that camera.
When we do the video,
And
that will be in there.
That will be
Yeah.
in that video. And yeah, that was because according to him, now I don't know because I don't know nothing about radios or stuff like that. But he said they are the biggest radio museum in the country and one of only a few in the world.
So that is
So hopefully,
cool, according to him.
because
We don't know.
we haven't done our own research
No.
yet, but we will be.
We could be getting things
You know,
twisted, but I'm most sure that's
but
what he said.
We're going next Saturday.
Mhm.
We're going to go do that tour, take the camera. Because I asked him, I said, would you care if we come back and film the tour? He said, absolutely not. You come on. So we're next Saturday. They're open from, I think on Saturdays it's 9 to 4 and Sunday 1 to 4.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to go back next Saturday, do
Hey,
the
I dig
tour,
sheet.
and take the camera and make a video for you
will
guys
be
and share it, because
fun.
what I was seeing, I'm like,
I was
oh
amazed.
my, the old Victrola record players and the stereos and the radios.
They even teach a class.
They actually, yes, even teach a class to young kids.
Southwest Florida Treasure Detecting. Good to see you.
And they let them put them an old radio together
Uh-huh.
that will actually work, and then they get to keep the radio after they build it from the parts that they give them.
Mm-hmm.
And they actually have a class out there that does that, and I did not know that. That was, and then they have a swap meet because they go out and do estates and look for old stereos and radios, and they get them and then they bring them and they do an auction and swap meet with it.
That's how they make their funding.
That's how they make their funding.
Uh-huh.
And
Everything's volunteer basis.
and everything's volunteer based, and it's so cool. So I can't wait till we get to share that with you all, because that's something. What is
I
it?
Dig Sheet says, I've got a question I've always wanted to ask radio professionals. If you want to ask them for me, let me get a pen and paper.
You don't go do that.
Well, I don't have to go far.
Secretary,
Oh,
earn your 30%.
hey, easy.
Hay's what you feed horses.
You're a
And
horse.
eat.
You're a horse's hind end.
Well, that's coming from an ass of an ass.
Ah.
And you all heard that straight from the horse's mouth. Are we live? Oh, yes, we are, aren't we? Oh, there she is. That was quick. Let me tell you, that's the quickest she's ever ever. If I'd asked her to go get something,
Okay,
I could have went and got it 3 times.
quit blabbering. I got to write this down.
I always wanted to know how in 1964 they broadcasted radio CB back and forth from the moon with just 6 car batteries on the shuttle. My calculations, they needed a power plant on the moon to send. Yeah.
Oh, I don't think that I need to write this down, do I?
Yeah. 'Cause I'd like to know that myself. But yeah, it's an interesting place. It's going to be an interesting tour, I'm sure.
I think it will be fun.
He's been seeing the same stuff I've been watching. Oh gosh. Just saying.
Just saying, yeah. Hey, 603 Magnet Pirate Jason, good to see you.
Yes, thanks for stopping by. Oh,
Takes
gosh.
less power to transmit outside of the atmosphere, Papa Rouse says.
I'm not getting into that stuff tonight. Yep.
Let's see, how
Can't
many-
go with the conspiracy theories. Get me started.
So, does anyone have any big plans about getting out tomorrow and doing any?
Oh, it's going to be
detecting?
cold here. I ain't
It's going
doing
to be,
nothing.
yeah.
Staying in my bunker and got a few chores to do, but
Yeah, a few
I'm
chores.
staying in the bunker tomorrow.
House cleaning chores.
And watch some TV. Got videos. I've got Friday night's videos to catch up on.
Mm-hmm.
I got premieres from Friday night to catch up on because we did, usually we sit and Friday nights it's kind of Bob and Melissa night. We sit and listen to music and hang out. And
Oh, when he laughs like that, who knows what's going to rip out of his
gosh.
mouth?
I wish you all could have seen it the other morning. Annabelle, our cat. I don't know what's getting into
I
her,
know
guys.
what he's going to tell.
She
It's
is
about me.
a completely different cat than we have ever seen in our lives since we've moved into this house.
Congrats, Pat. Wish you luck
Yes,
on that.
on your
New spot for
Yes,
Monday.
I
Yeah.
seen that. I meant to say something about that. And I don't know what's into this cat, but she is like a completely different cat.
Totally
here
different.
lately. And she's been attacking Melissa like crazy.
You should see my ankles,
I
guys.
don't know what's got it. She don't do me this
It's
way.
just my ankles.
It's just Melissa.
Catches
and
me by my pajama
The
leg.
other morning, Melissa had went down and get breakfast started and juice, and I could hear her screaming down there.
Oh, he heard me screaming. My pain is his pleasure. It's his folly. Watch him laugh.
And I knew what was going on. And she's coming up the steps, and I'm sitting in there in bed on the computer
Laughing.
probably watching some videos or scrolling through something on YouTube. She's coming up the steps screaming. And then when she almost got to the top of the step, I could see Annabelle just
And Robert just rolling and laughing. And it was
all I could
my
do.
legs were
And she's
bleeding.
screaming to the top of her lungs. All I can do
She
is
looked like she's possessed.
Oh,
I
she
think
is-
Robert give her an overdose on
She
catnip.
is oh yeah. I went and bought her a bag of catnip, and I give her some. I just give her a little bitty pile, just about that big around, and it's about just a little pile, and all she'll roll and chew on it and roll in it, and then she's crazed.
And
She's
Robert
like-
loves to pester. He's a pesterer. He's a pesterer
and,
of her.
And we brought her cat tower, which
Mhm.
she has not used in 10 years.
Mhm.
But now it's like that's the best toy she ever had is her
It
cat
is.
tower now. And so she's at the top of it, and I sit out there and pester her, and she's like a ninja.
Oh, she is quick. And she has those claws out.
It is. Oh yeah, she don't play easy.
And Colleen, I'm going to ask you a question. If this is common, does your cat? Ours will pull her little toenails with her teeth individually and make them pop and all
That's
that.
not funny, Melissa. My cat has had a couple of
Yeah.
She don't tack. Now I went downstairs the other morning and she jumped in front and went behind the couch, and I knew what she was doing. And so I'm peeking around through there, and she's all doing, you know how they do that little. I said, "You ain't gonna jump out on me, girl." So then she just comes out and starts rubbing on my leg, and she's guiding me through the house because that's what she does. You don't walk through the house; you're guided.
She keeps
She
you in.
guides you
the
through
path.
the house. And, it is hilarious because this cat, we moved out to the Cove, and she was a barn
I
cat.
see.
You gotta realize
Colleen,
that.
I see.
She was a barn cat. She'd never been inside other than in a barn in an old building. And a couple of the winters out there got really bad. And so one winter I said, bring her in the house.
Mm-hmm.
And she just has been the best house cat you could ever want.
She's
But out there at the
perfect
Cove,
house cat.
she is always so serious cat. She just is always just somber.
She never played.
She wouldn't play. She wouldn't.
We would buy her a toy or two, and it maybe just 5 seconds of
and
messing
she
with
wouldn't
it.
mess with it. And she just always sit around somber, just. And since we've moved here, it's like, okay, what happened?
Totally
did
different.
they while we were asleep, did they sneak in and trade Annabelle out for another cat? Because this cat that we have now,
and yes, her name's Annabelle.
Yeah, is a completely different cat.
Yeah.
Yeah, not like the doll Annabelle, but I call her Annabelle Lee, like the poem from Edgar Allan Poe.
Yeah.
And if you don't know that poem, go read it. It's
She was named by a girl at our
my
vet.
beloved Annabelle Lee, and I just love that poem. And so, but yeah, they called her, but I call her Annabelle Lee.
Yes, you do.
Because of the Edgar Allan Poe, my
yes,
beloved Annabelle Lee, and it is
it
is an awesome poem. And so, but she is like just this freaking different cat now.
I love her.
I love,
now, but
especially if
for
she's
that.
attacking Melissa, because I'll go, good girl, and I'll pet her and say, Papa taught you well.
Oh man, he'll get his. Every dog has its day.
But when she was coming up the steps and Annabelle just all up on her hind legs, attacking her Melissa's legs.
See, just watching, just relish and revel in it, folks. You're all 16 of you are witnessing this.
Scream.
Now, see, I was coming up the steps and she was doing that. Now, what if she would have done that and I would have tripped and fell backwards down the steps and broke a bone? Robert, would he still be laughing?
I said, "I'll get up. You're okay."
See? Yeah, as long as the bone ain't sticking out, you're okay.
If the bone ain't sticking out, get back up.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Oh, Lord. That's what goes on in our life, folks.
But she is a character anymore. I don't know about
she is.
but I love it. And
at 5 o'clock in the morning, around 5 o'clock, 5 till 5 after,
she's
meow,
meowing.
meow, meow.
It's time to get
like
up.
we want to get up at 5.
Well, she wants her blinds open out there on the sun porch.
Yes.
Our porch, because it was built in, and it's got these big bay windows in the front, and they got these slide blinds. And she wants them blinds open so she can sit and start watching traffic and people walking down the street and doing their thing. So now, usually at nighttime, I completely close them up, but I've been leaving it half open, with the one blind half open for her, so she can sit down there and see the creatures of the night running around. So,
yeah, creatures of the night. He'd make you cat soup and nurse you back, Melissa. Yeah. Oh,
Oh,
that'd be
gosh.
greasy and hairy if it made cat soup out of
She
her.
wouldn't make that much.
Oh, that'd be awful. But she loves, I think she feels like she's outside looking out those windows and she watches traffic.
We're going to see about getting her one of these. It goes on the outside of the house up to the window. And you can take your screen out and open your window, and they can go out into it and lay,
Mm-hmm.
and like they're outside, and it mounts to the side of the house. And we've been looking at those
Yep.
and thinking about getting her one of those little outside perches so she can get out there and enjoy the outside.
I think she'd enjoy it.
Until we get the backyard fenced in.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can't let her outside right now.
No,
so.
because she would jet, I'm afraid.
Yeah,
Robert seems to think she would sit there
but we're not
with us outside,
We're
but
not going to take.
we
the
don't have a
chance.
totally enclosed backyard, and I
No.
am not taking the chance. I'd have to be put into a padded cell
Not
if something
until
happened to her
we-
because of our negligence.
We finished getting the yard fenced in.
Now that's
yeah.
just the truth of it. Definitely.
What is it? Maybe
Annabelle has a
sweet
suitor.
Yeah,
I tell you, I'd feel sorry for any cat that was ever interested in Annabelle. She is boss.
yeah.
She
And
is
she
boss.
is here. She's more boss here at this house than she ever was out at
She
the
wants
Cove,
to
man.
tell us what time to get up.
If we're off in the kitchen and we start through the house, she runs straight.
Yes,
to
they
that,
can jump high.
She runs straight to that sun porch, and she expects us
to open her
to
blinds.
come out there with her and sit. And that's what she wants us to do, is sit out there, because we told her it was her room. We shouldn't have done that.
As you know, guys, we do not have children, so Annabelle is our child.
Fur baby. And it went straight to her head that it's her room now. And she wants us out there with her
Yes,
at all
does.
times. So yeah, 5 o'clock in the morning. This morning, I just happened to roll over. I still had the TV on, movie was still playing, and I rolled over and turned the movie off, and then I hear, and I'm like,
He's nudging
I
me.
start nudging her. Annabelle's hollering for
Yeah.
you.
She'll
Yeah.
come up the steps and just stand at the
Yeah.
bedroom door and look in at us.
Yeah.
Come on, guys. Come on, get up.
It's kind of creepy sometimes.
Sometimes it is. You
Yeah.
need a catico, Colleen says. Now, catico, explain that to me, Colleen. I'm sure it's a.
She's a calico.
I think she's talking about. Because we was talking about getting her one of those window bed things.
Oh, I don't know what they're called.
I don't know either.
But
Because
I
we've
know
not
we've
looked into it too
but
much.
we've looked into it.
We have somewhat, yes. Yes.
Yep. So yeah, it's nice that spring's on the way, detecting's in the air.
Yes, it is. Finally.
We're getting back out. It's nice getting back out. Like I said, we've been over a month. It's not fun.
Enclosed greenhouse for cats outside. I have a pop-up one. Okay. Catico.
We'll check into that.
Yeah, we will.
But
I gotta
Annabelle's
write that
not.
down.
I don't think she'd dart on us.
I don't know. I don't
I
trust
really
her.
don't think she'd just dart on us, because she is an older cat. But you just never know what's going through their minds, though. I mean, truly.
She dart out in the street and get squished.
That ain't happening.
No, that's not happening.
No,
Not at all.
No, not at all. Couldn't have that. Nah. No. But yeah, we're looking for one. Like I said, we've seen some. They had some pretty cool window, like things that
Yeah.
they can climb into. And I know we was looking at one of the trader things that we watch, and this guy had a big cat tower. Man, that thing
Oh,
had
that
to
thing was
it had to be
very
eight. It had to be
tall.
8 foot tall. He
Yeah.
was giving it away, and I said, "Could you imagine?"
He said you need to bring someone with you to help haul it
Yeah,
and
that's what he
load it.
said.
That's
You-
how tall and big it was.
Annabelle has been taken. She has. I think she
has,
loves it.
Lisa.
Hey, Javier Garcia,
Good to see
you
ya.
today. But yeah, I think she's like the Jeffersons. She's moving on up.
Moving on.
I mean, I do. I think
Hey,
she.
Stephen Stark. Good to see you.
My theory is because where we lived in the country, we were surrounded. You got to realize we were completely surrounded by woods,
Yep.
and there were coyotes in that area constantly. And I think even in the house, she sensed the danger of them things out there. Because I remember one day we come home, we had been to the grocery store and Walmart, whatever, and come in and we're unloading groceries, and then we're hearing this. Well, here comes this little deer running down the creek right in front of us, and a coyote. And guys, I am not freaking exaggerating. This thing was the freaking size of a large German Shepherd.
It was huge.
I kid you not.
But it stopped.
And I started screaming and hollering, and the deer went on, and it stopped and went up the hill. So, with that being said, I think Annabelle, even in the house, she sensed those things outside.
I think
Because
so.
we have been outside out there at the cove and sitting. I remember one day we was sitting in our zero gravity chairs enjoying the day, and I just happened to look up, and there was one sitting there on the bank, just sitting there, just like a dog looking at us, just sitting.
That would be fun to see her on a harness.
And I'm like, Melissa, look, coyote sitting right there,
Yeah,
watching us.
Yeah, it
yeah.
was.
So I think now that she's here, she senses no threats because there's nothing around,
Yeah.
nothing like that.
She's at peace and she's calm and comfortable.
And I think she
safe.
finally feels a little bit at peace and more safe here. So we're getting a different cat.
Yeah,
And I love it.
She's entertaining.
She
now.
does it, but I love it. I love the entertainment of seeing Melissa and
Minus the scratched
hearing her
ankles.
screaming
As
and
Bob would
hollering
say, cankles.
as she goes down the steps, and she'll be like, "Don't you jump out of Robert!"
I do. I tend to scream a little loud
Yeah.
because it's
A little loud.
anyway.
Eardrum busting. Definitely.
Shrieking.
Just shrieking like a witch. Cackling. Yeah, let me tell you this one.
Oh, as he puts his hand on my back.
Before we went live, of course, we're in the studio in the back room, and I start the cam, and we try to square ourselves up here the best we can. We're not professionals here. Clarkscope detectives, intermediate amateurs.
Go ahead and say what you got to say.
But she's like, well, I don't have any hair, but she's like, and I'm like, don't worry, Melissa, they're not going to see your gray streaks. They can't see the skunk. They won't realize that you're poor thing is gray.
Look like an aluminum can.
She looks like Frankenstein's wife. You know how
and she was beautiful.
2 big streaks.
And
Except hers is like all over. I told her one time, I said, Melissa, she's got a hair appointment coming. I said, just have your hair stylist put silver streaks, highlights through your hair anyways. I said, that way it just blends with the gray. but she won't do it yet. And her hairstylist keeps telling her you're not there at that stage.
My
yet.
hair's not that gray yet.
But it's not as dark as it looks, right? And see, she uses this background, this curtain back here. But boy, let me tell you, if you was in the sun, this is like
They're all watching everything that you're doing.
This is like
Watching. He just loves this, guys. You know. Oh,
you'd think you were digging. You'd think it was silver veins of running.
okay, they get the picture. Ended. No more talk on my gray streaks.
It's okay. It's just hey, look,
At
look,
least-
see this.
At least I have hair.
See this. This used to be.
It used to be darker than what
Dark
it is
too,
now.
but
Yeah.
one of these days I might darken it. I wonder what everyone would think if I popped on here and this would all be dark.
They would think you darkened your beard.
They'd think I darkened my beard.
Yeah.
It ain't a beard, it's a goatee.
Oh, excuse me. It's not a beard. It's a goatee.
But now, when it comes to up with what little bit I have, I don't have as much gray up here as she does compared to hair. Because she has she still has all her hair. I don't. But my hair is darker compared to how much I have compared to hers. Hers is more gray than mine because but I don't.
Hey,
have
Dirt
as much.
Claude.
If
Good to
that
see you,
makes
Patty.
if that makes any sense, more than likely it doesn't. Someone
Yeah.
out there will go, "I got that."
It does make sense. Then they'll understand why my hair is so gray.
It's why her hair's so gray. It's because I find things like this and she doesn't.
Oh, he is a
And
he's a dirty rat.
and I
isn't
find
he?
things like this and she doesn't.
Oh, that's okay.
And guess what? I find things like this when I ain't even in the zone.
Oh, Danny boy, you know what?
Hey, Dan. And the BS is getting thick here, guys. You come in at the right time, Dan.
Doesn't the hair fall out in areas where your brain is dead? Oh.
Hey, I you know me, I never claimed to ever have one to start with. Oh,
Yes,
gosh.
Bill. Gray hair is cool when you've been around long enough to do the shit that turned gray. Your hair.
Well, hey,
Yes.
I always think of Richard Pryor in Harlem Nights when he says, "Dying young is not cool."
that's
It's cool
true.
when you're an old man in the bed, your family's around, your kids around, your great. That's cool.
Hey, Talisha.
So being gray, getting old,
Have you lost us any? I mean, have we slowed down? Because I seen the wheel turning there. Did you see that?
No, I didn't.
I didn't know if maybe we froze.
Oh,
They'll let us know if we did.
I thought that was just you.
No,
I didn't know what was going on.
no.
I lost
What you having for dinner? Oh, Danny boy. That's why he said hello, everyone. Just eating dinner. Talisha says
I
hello.
hope nothing spicy. Definitely. It's good seeing
Not
you.
froze. Good. Yep. It's good seeing everybody this evening.
It's always
Absolutely.
good to see someone come in here and hang out with the degenerates. Oh, I shouldn't include myself in that, should I?
Adventures in Michigan with
Degenerate.
Lisa says, I have no plans of dyeing my hair. It is what it is.
It is what it
And
is.
I think I will probably eventually get to that as
I won't
well.
let her. I'll always have
We're
her
having
tell her
Moe's subs.
Ooh,
That
Moe's
Moe's
subs.
subs.
Subs just sound good.
It does.
I
The word
love-
subs sound good.
My favorite sub is just a meatball sub. Meatball with mozzarella and mayo.
Now I'm a cold cut person with all run it through the garden.
I like that too, but I am a meatball. I love the meatball subs. I haven't had a meatball sub in ages, but I like meatball
It has
subs.
been a long
I think the last
time.
ones I had, I made myself.
Maybe.
We made here at the house.
Maybe.
Get you a big, Get you the low. Oh my gosh. I know Walmart is a show sometimes with their crap, but man, sometimes they have some of the most awesome bread at the awesomest prices in their
They
discount.
do.
And
In their bakery.
and sometimes you can get them great, their sub buns. It's about like that. You can take a knife and split that open, make your own meatballs, and get your own sauce and some mozzarella cheese, and do your own home meatball subs is awesome.
You're making my mouth water.
I'm sorry, but they had to mention subs.
Subs. I love a sandwich.
I love a good sub sandwich. Absolutely. Sometimes nothing better. Wash your hair with tea. It stains gray hairs.
That would work, wouldn't it?
I don't know.
I would assume it would work because tea stains. Yeah.
Just get some hair color.
Yeah.
I'll take a Sharpie
Oh,
and go and just sit, and if you want me to do that.
no, I don't.
No, remember back when they used to have, I mean, come on, guys. If anyone ever used to sit up and watch late night infomercials, remember when they had the balding and they had the spray and they was passing the spray paint off his hair?
You have spray on
cover that bald spot, And how much was that stuff? Like $20-$30? You could just go to your local Walmart and get you a couple of
spray on hair.
Get you a couple of $1 can. Well, okay, I'm gray, so just get the cap. Shut up, I can spray my head down with it.
So you're talking about going to automotive and getting spray?
Yeah, well, wasn't it the same thing?
I think it would be a little different.
Oh, what was it? It was spray paint. They were
never
sprayed.
used it.
Go over to YouTube and you pull up one of them old videos. It was nothing but spray paint.
Oh, look what old Danny Boy said.
Well, thank you, Danny. I'm gonna how we block him from here on out.
He's laughing right now.
I'm blocking him off of here.
Don't make him
Boot
choke on his
the
sandwich.
way you moderators boot him.
It would take you at least 4 cans to cover your bald spot.
What are you laughing about? You're the one that caused it all. Damn it. I used to have locks of hair that girls loved. How'd you get them curls like that? Now look.
Fine, I will block myself.
Only curls I got's coming out my nose and ears now. Reported. Oh gosh. Oh shoot. But yeah.
It's aging gracefully.
But that's all that was spray paint. You just go to your local Walmart and get your $1 can of whatever matches up to your hair color.
Could you imagine standing in the spray paint aisle and taking the cans, the lids are supposed to match, watching the can, and holding it up to your hair, and people walking by and see it. Now, can you imagine? I'm sure it has happened.
Oh my gosh. Being back in town, you see some honestly, guys, we've been in the country too long.
Oh, yes.
we've been definitely shut away from everything too long, but maybe we see some. It's funny.
Last night,
stuff you sit and watch and see anymore.
Robert and I were hungry, so he said, "Melissa, get your shoes on."
We went down to Little Caesar. I got the pizza munchies from Mel last night, man.
Being out in the Cove, you did not go and drive to pick up pizza or have one delivered.
No.
So we drove down. It took us how many minutes?
3 minutes.
To drive and get a Little Caesar's pizza. But we have noticed in our neighborhood, these young kids, when I say young kids, I mean 7, 8, 9-year-olds, on these little mini bikes riding up and down our brick
I mean, these
streets.
little bastards. I'm sorry.
Robert.
I am sorry. It's just exactly these little bastards running up and down these streets on these little mini bikes like little gangsters.
They
man.
don't have shirts on,
They got their little hoods up.
and you can tell they come from a family that don't bathe very often. But there's a gang of them.
It's hilarious.
But on our way back,
Oh my
we
gosh.
noticed in front of us there was these kids on these little motorbikes. Man, they just zipped and zipped around the
Just
corners
jump
down the
around.
street. And then we
It's
pissed
hilarious.
pissed.
Pissed.
We passed. PASSED. We passed where they went
Oh,
to.
dude.
And the front yard was nothing but little bikes,
Yeah,
and bike
we
parks.
kind of traced them back to
We
their,
traced them back to their roots.
to their lair.
And then today, when we were coming back from Walmart and driving down through the park,
We're coming down through the
they
park.
were on a
Here
two-lane.
comes these two little bad. They couldn't have been 8 or 9 years old on this little mini bike, man. They just zooming down the road. They got their hoods up, and I said, "Boy, they're learning young." So I said, "If
told
the
Robert,
cops got after them, I
yes,
said they'd
they
run
run.
from them."
I told Robert, I
Well,
said,
because
now
of-
these little kids,
You found the nest.
they're going to be trouble. Yeah,
Oh
he
my
found the
God.
nest.
Oh.
But you should have seen them. And when we passed by, I mean, they were
That's
all out
hilarious.
next to the street with their little bikes, and they all had their dogs, and they had their
It was
tires. And
just hilarious.
I mean, it was,
like I said, guys,
Jesus. Yeah.
we've been tucked away too long.
It don't take much to entertain us.
No, I love it.
But they do not go slow. I mean, I am not
Oh.
exaggerating. They are, whoom,
We
they are
I'm like,
fast.
do you see us? And they're just little bitty kids. I
And
mean,
they
they're
were-
running the
I kid
roads,
you
and
not.
they have no business over in the city park.
They are not 10 years old.
They ain't no way they're 10 years old.
Ain't no way. And they're doubling each other,
Yeah.
tripling. I mean,
And they're pulling carts.
they're pulling carts.
I'm going to get the camera one of these days. Guys, I'm going to tell you, I will have the camera and I'll catch one of them old bastards doing that. And I'm going to film it as a short and show you all. Just it's hilarious.
Oh, yes. And
I'm like,
it-
where's the parents at? Or do they even
They
have
can't-
parents?
I don't think they have any.
Their brother's probably their parent.
I don't know. But there literally was a nest of them, Pat. That is so true. There was a nest of them, swarm.
Yeah, we tracked them over to where they live at, and I'm like, okay, we know now. We know
know
when we
where they're
see them
coming
over in
from.
our neighborhood, what neighborhood they're coming from.
Yeah. Maybe they're circus workers enjoying a winter off.
Are you allowed to say midgets or little? You have to say little people.
I don't know.
I don't want to get, on anyone's bad side here,
We must have missed something here.
and miss the wrong nomenclatures.
They got the parents tied up, Lisa says. And Bill is saying, well, Danny, if we hear of some guy arrested for farting his wife to death, we will know who it was. Uh-oh.
Okay.
Now, what's
I don't
going
know.
on, guys?
I must have missed something. I had to back up here.
Uh-oh.
Oh, it won't. Okay, I'll have to do this, I guess. There. Oh,
Whoa.
what did I do?
I don't know.
I wasn't. Oh. Says, old Danny boy just did bet you were farting all night long.
Must have been something he ate.
Yeah, and we just missed it.
Yeah. But anyway,
It is. It's funny. When
and
you
those
start
kids,
seeing-
I can see them on a side street because our street is not a through street. It's just a few blocks. But they were on the main boulevard going
right
through our city
down
park.
the park, right down the city, right through the city park. Man, just zooming.
They were flying. And,
And
it's
I mean,
only
it's like one of them little Yamaha 50,
Yes, it's
remember
not
them
nothing
old
new.
Yamaha 50s that you get your kid and you can tell they've got it because it's going, man, it's loud. You can tell they've modified the little daggone thing. And it just man, they just a trucking right along.
They
on it.
are trucking, and you can look at them and tell that
Oh, they're
they
heathens.
have
They're heathens.
they have
You
no
can
fear.
You can see it in their eye. You know, the little bastards already. They're already criminals. They just might as well put them in there with the big people already.
Already.
I said,
Because
well, there's the next generation.
you can tell that they've took a tire from this and a tire from that and a homemade seat.
We'll be listening to the scanner here and there, hearing them going to jail. Oh, we had a guy the other day. They pulled over on a bicycle. I was reading on 911, 911, or Huntington 911. Pulled this dude over on a bicycle. He's got a gun. He's got methamphetamines. He's got marijuana. Which I ain't gonna say too much about that. And then he's got explosives.
Yes.
He's actually got wires wired into explosives with a trigger on it. And then in a backpack, riding a bicycle around town.
Backpack.
Yeah.
And then they did this raid.
Oh, that was the
blocks
best
up
one.
from us.
Yeah, we was reading 911. Yeah, they did a raid.
Found 4 or 5 people. And this one guy,
dude, he's got 5. Now, this is what's walking our streets, and I'm sure it's in every town and city. But he's got 5 felony warrants for child molesting
Yes.
and felony
pedophile.
predator.
Yeah. And him walking the
And
streets.
him walking the streets a free man.
5.
And then the next one has got 6 warrants for possession of firearm, possession of drugs, possession of this, and intent to sell. And I'm like, and you just now
Treasure hunting Southwest PA. He said, where the hell did you move to, Compton?
This is Huntington.
West Virginia.
Huntington, West Virginia. And you know, it's sad because this town was never like that before, guys. When I grew up in this town, when I was a teenager, you did not have nothing like that. And it's sad. And then this new mayor, you feel sorry for him. He's a young guy. And you truly feel sorry for him because he's trying to clean up the town.
Yeah, that's why they got fast scooters.
It's insane, you know. And I sit and think, man, I could only imagine what it's like even in the bigger cities, because Huntington is
don't have a
not
clue.
a big town. It's truly not. And there's no, but it's everywhere, you know. It happens. It's going to happen. It's in every town, city. And like I said, we had lived out in the country for the past 20 years. And
so we was never around anything.
When we moved out there, we voluntarily started separating ourselves from society and living that kind of seclusive life. You ask Park Rat Pat, he knows. He's been to our house when we was out there. He knows how we are. He knows we're private people. We did shut ourselves off. And now that we're back in town, it's even though this is my hometown, it's a little different from what we remember it when we moved out of it 20 years ago. But it's, you know, but that's just how it is. And I know other towns are even worse. And, you know, probably people out there watch us and be like, well, you all ain't nothing compared to what goes on. And I even know Dan, he has told us stories about stuff he has seen in his hometown where he lives. And I know we all witness that stuff and see that stuff. It's like one night we was down here and neighbors got in a confrontation with another neighbor. And that boy got out of the truck and I said, he's going to come out of that truck with a gun. But he didn't. But I thought that's exactly how the feeling
that was on his second trip back. Yeah.
I thought, well, that guy's going to get out of that truck and shoot that boy. But he didn't. They just, you know, like most confrontations are, it's just all blah, 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 blah. And, you know, a lot of drama and the police come and it's all over.
I have a feeling that we're going to see a lot more of that.
Warm weather. Oh, I'm going to have the camera. I'm definitely going to keep the camera.
Hey, Bolan. Good to see you.
I'm going to definitely keep the camera with me because I got a feeling we'll probably see some pretty crazy stuff this spring and summer. It's okay. We're big folks.
We
Hey,
put
plus
our big-
let me tell you
big
one
girl
thing right
bloomers
now. And that's for anyone around the neighborhood too. F around and find out. Let me tell you, because I will not. You know, I'm an easygoing person and I don't like violence. But you mess around with me, my home, my family, or something that I have, and it'll be
Share it on Clark's Cove. We will.
you wish
Dirt
you
Clark.
hadn't. And I ain't saying I'm a tough guy. I'm not. But, you know, you have to let people know that you don't mess around. And I told Melissa, I said, the day I ever catch anyone messing around, they will wish they hadn't. Because you can't.
Yeah, get us some fast scooters.
Yeah, I'd love to have one of them e-bikes. Honestly, I think they're pretty cool. But you do. We're in a time and age where you have to let people know that don't mess around.
Someone or two people tried to break into my car one night. They found out fast that it is alarmed.
Yeah.
LOL.
I ain't got nothing in mine.
We make sure we keep everything out.
I always say they break in my car, they'd leave the stuff because they'd feel sorry for it. They'd be like, I ain't breaking in that poor guy's car. Damn, leave that guy's car alone. He got nothing in there. Dirt. Enough dirt in the floorboard, you can start growing plants.
That's not the truth of it.
Oh, but the thing about it is the big thing now is they've been breaking in vehicles in town, stealing everyone's little, which see, my vehicle does not have, you know, your little touch screen thing. And apparently, for whatever reason, those are
A
popular now
item.
for people to start stealing.
It used
Those
to be
little-
if they seen CDs laying in your
yeah,
car.
or your stereo. Now that they're taking your screen
Yeah.
out of your car. So
Uh-huh.
yeah, I don't know what's going on with that, but yeah, we've been hearing a lot about people's cars being broken into and their little LCD screens being taken out of their cars. So you know, that's who knows. Mine don't have it. That's why I said they look at mine, they'd be like, "Man, I'm gonna break in there and leave him something." I'll put some change. Let me put some change in his seat.
I thought 5 tracks back and Robert stopped. 8 track.
8 track. Oh gosh.
Well, we went out to the Cove. Okay, yesterday,
Mhm.
and Robert got a couple of our chairs, which
yeah, zero gravity.
zero
chairs.
gravity chairs, and they don't have a lot of life.
Oh my
left
God,
in
we've
them.
had them things forever.
And
but
he
they're
got
still
our old
comfortable.
metal hand
Hand pump.
pump, and he put them in the back of the truck.
Yeah,
so
the
when we
old
got
head,
home,
yeah.
he said, "Oh, that stuff will be fine in the back of the truck. Just leave it there." Well, as the evening progressed, I said, "Bob, I think
went
we
out and
should
got
go
it.
out there and get that stuff because a lot of people are
Well,
on
you
foot."
know what? If they'd have come and
But
took
if
it
they'd
out
have
of there,
took them,
it to,
it's
let
not
them
like there's
have it.
any value, but
'Cause it's
you
stuff-
know, it's a principle of the matter.
Like I
though.
said, we've had them zero gravity chairs since 2012. It shows you. And that whole hand pump, man, ain't nothing but shoot. But we like stuff like that.
We do.
Truly, honestly, if some dude took it to the scrapyard to get a pack of cigarettes, I wouldn't have cared.
Yeah, I guess.
You know.
Parkrat says GPS data and sometimes phone data stored on those screen sets.
So, but yeah, that's a big thing here now that they're stealing those screens and stuff. So, I'm kind of glad our vehicles don't have them. Like I said, they look in ours, they just they driving dinosaur car. I think their feet come out the floor. They had to pedal it along like that.
Oh, Danny Boy says he spent one night in jail for missing court on driving without a license that he lost for unpaid parking tickets. Bold line, did you guys see my story?
No,
We have not, Caleb.
I have to sit and say no.
Now, Cynthia says she did. Yeah.
Cynthia did. We didn't. But now that you've said something, we will.
We will definitely look
to
into
look
your
into it,
story,
so-
Caleb. Absolutely. Thank you for bringing it to our attention.
But like I always said, you just right now we're catching up still.
We are, yes, we are.
And
still
we can't use
catching
that excuse that we've moved forever, but
No.
guys, I'm still using it because we are.
We are
If
still
you
moving.
were around us very long, you'd realize that, damn, get the lead out.
We still have our hole in our ceiling and our wall from where we had the plumbing
Yeah.
done 2 weeks ago. And I think we've allowed enough time to go by to make sure
Yeah.
everything works and is not
Yeah.
dripping. And so it's
Yeah.
time to
Yeah.
get someone
Yeah.
called on Monday.
Really? You think? Huh? Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Huh? How many times have I said that?
Oh, a lot. It does take time to get settled into a new place. Yeah.
But yeah, Monday.
What'd you do to laugh? Because you laughed. Was you making a face at me?
Well, you're sitting here.
Yeah, but I wasn't looking
You're
at
right
you.
next to me.
I
It's
was
not
in
like
chat.
you're in a different room and
But you found something funny because you just laughed out loud. And I thought, okay, I missed something.
Only they know.
I guess they do. Maybe
See,
they'll tell me.
See, that's great. See, she was sitting here next to me, but only you all know.
I don't know.
And you know what they don't. You know what they know? Absolutely nothing, because I was laughing about something that they don't even know about.
Oh my goodness, Cynthia. Well, good luck with that, and I wish you much patience to becoming a parent to your 1-year-old grandchild.
Jail is not a good thing.
No, it's not.
It's not. It's not, guys. I've never been to jail. Oh, I've been to the jail, but I've never been in jail for stupid stuff that I've done. Twice. That's all. I mean, I was 16 years old, and I got caught doing something stupid, and was arrested, taken to the jail, but I never was put in jail. And then back before we got into metal detecting, Robert did another stupid thing and got in some trouble and didn't go to jail, but I was at the jail. But I've never been to jail. It's
Don Relic Reaper said he's been in holding for 5 hours. I can't see that. Can you?
nuh-uh.
Don, I can't see that.
No.
Everything will work out okay for you,
Yes, it will,
Cynthia.
Cynthia.
We will keep you in our
It always
prayers
does,
and
'cause
your family.
I'm here.
Yep.
It all worked out for me.
Yep.
Had to do some.
It gets rough.
It gets rough. Yeah. Had to do some things I didn't like to do, but you have to swallow pride sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know,
It
they
happens.
can definitely teach you how to swallow pride. Yeah. It gives you, it shows you where you stand in the grand scheme of things.
Oh, Danny Boy says he's been in jail for a total of 4 months in his lifetime.
Yeah.
Holding cells many
Yeah.
when he was a teen. Was you a brat as a teen? Yeah. Treasure Hunting Southwest PA says, yep. See, Robert turned out okay.
Damn straight. Damn straight.
I'm sorry, Cynthia. I'm sure she is a good girl and you
Yes.
raised her right. And just the wrong place at the wrong time.
Shit happens. Hey,
It'll all work out.
And I know probably some people would have sat out there and think, Robert, you've been in trouble, you know, because I'm a cut up. I'm easy. But guys, we all make freaking stupid mistakes. All of us. And I'm not proud of nothing I've ever done and the mistakes I made to get myself in those little troubles that I got in. Because the first one I had put my mom and dad through it. And they had enough trouble because my mom had a son. I had my full brother. He was a stepbrother who was in trouble a lot. And that was something I never wanted to do to my mom and dad because I watched them put up with him. and I didn't want to do that. And so it was stupid. And then the next time I put Melissa through it. And I won't do that again, guys.
Relic Reaper says back when he lived in Jersey, 17 years old, and we broke into the Route 18 flea market. We all got caught the next day. My dad told the officer he can wait till I get off work.
Yeah.
So you had a good dad then. Yeah.
And so then the next time, like I said, I put Melissa through what my stupid ass done. And
we got through
I
it.
thank the Lord that it didn't turn out any worse than it did. I learned a good lesson. I met a lot of good people that I'm still friends with today because of that mistake. That's one of the positive things about it is I met a lot of good, nice people that I'm still friends with.
Yeah.
Over that stupid mistake.
People make mistakes, and
we're only
you have to learn from your mistakes. And Cynthia, I hope that your daughter does.
That's the thing is you learn from it. Let me tell you.
Blistering Barnacles, have a good night.
Handcuffs.
Thanks for joining us.
Handcuffs behind your back are not fun, guys.
And it's not fun to see your husband walking in front of you with handcuffs.
It's not fun riding in a state trooper car in the back seat through town. It's not. And it's just, and then hopefully if you learn from it. I did. So
really Creeper said his father passed away last April. We are sorry to hear that, Don.
Yes.
Said his older sister sent him a box of stuff. Said he died with laughter because it had his court and probation reports and papers in it.
I sit back and I can laugh now. It's a lesson learned.
It was a silly thing.
It was stupid. But it's laughable now. It's okay. It's all good. Because Bob's here. Metal detecting, the fact that we got into metal detecting, one of the best things for Bob and Melissa that ever happened. It's
a mental therapy. You guys know.
They know. We ain't got to, but it is one of the best things that ever happened to Bob and Melissa. That we got into metal detecting and into YouTubing and into live streaming and hanging out with you guys and getting to share with you all this part of our life right now and and you all share it with us.
Yep.
It's good watching you all. And it's it's all good.
Dirt therapy. Yep. Lisa, you are correct. Yesterday.
It's the best therapist is your detector and your digger and your pinpointer.
Since 2019. Patty.
Yes, we started it. We started watching metal detecting in 2018.
Yes.
Then I was just like, Melissa, why don't we get a detector and try it ourselves? So in March of 2019, we got our first detector, which was an Ace 200, Garrett Ace 200. And fell in love with that little machine. We didn't have a pinpointer at the time, so you know what? But we learned. My dad metal detected never with a pinpointer, so we did that for a while. But then I was like, Melissa, we need a pinpointer.
Yeah,
come on.
The more we watch people, pinpointer.
We truly
essential.
need a pinpointer, so we got our pinpointer, and then we kept watching videos, and I'm going to tell you and I have to be honest, one of our first inspirations was Park Rat Pat. He was always so positive, even when he didn't find nothing. He was always so positive, and I told Melissa, I said, why don't we give making a video a try sometime? I said, it doesn't have to be the best finds. We watch videos and not everyone finds the best finds. It's just a lot in how you present yourself and your attitude. And
staying
so
positive.
then we in December we did our first video and we premiered our first, or not premiered it, but we posted our first video in December of 2019. December 25th, actually, is when we did our first video.
We had talked,
but we talked
months before from March to December
about starting a channel.
And Robert was more saying, Melissa, we need to get our camera.
Let's try.
We need to get our camera.
Well,
and I was the one that never encouraged
it. Like I said, we was
watching
watching people like Park Rat Pat, and he was always so positive about that. It don't matter if you find anything good or not.
Right.
Just be happy with what you're finding.
Exactly.
Because you're the one finding it.
Yes.
And I said, let's give it a try.
Yes.
Let's just try.
AKCMD, welcome.
And so we did. And it's been a great journey.
It has been. It's been a journey, ain't it?
It's had its ups. It's had its downs. It's had its sides, its ins and outs. But we're, but we love it. We love the community. A lot of great people in it. Don't get me wrong. There's some assholes out there too. And I will be forcibly blunt with that language. And I don't use a lot of language, but there are some assholes out there too. But there's a lot of great people that do anything for you.
Yes.
And we have met a lot of them and glad to have met them.
Yeah. Each and every one.
Clarks are, we kind of,
it is a good hobby.
We are a different breed, definitely. We don't have cell phones. We're not into always texting people and keeping up with things. We're private people. What you all get, it's us. We just try to hope that you all enjoy sitting around and watching us. We don't like I've said a million times, we don't script nothing. We don't sit and plan nothing. It's best just off the wallet.
Yeah. And if there's anything you guys would like to see Clark's Cove maybe
tell us.
Let us know. Robert has been talking about.
I'm going to do another Cover for Cover challenge.
Just what I was getting ready to say.
It's coming, guys. It's time to put Melissa to the test. Or Bob to the test. So it's getting close. It's time. I'm going to issue.
It has been a while.
I'm going to issue a cover. The best thing I got out of you is a new friend. Yes, absolutely, Park Rat Pat. I'm going to issue a Cover for Cover challenge. Cover versus Cover challenge. It's been a while. So kind of be looking for that this spring, summer. One day you'll all be watching a video and I'm going to say, guess what today is, guys? And she can't refuse. See, that's the thing, because we set up the rules, because if she refuses, it's an automatic loss. So when I issue a cover, and it's same with her. If we was doing an opening and she said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm issuing a cover versus cover challenge today. And if I refuse it, then I lose that, and she can do whatever and suggest I do whatever I have to do punishment wise. So that's the cool thing about the Cover versus Cover challenge.
Hey, Mario
you
Santana,
might as well
welcome.
accept
Good to see you.
Might as well accept it and try your best to beat Bob. And as of to date, there is anyone yet to give me a good challenge. No, I'm going to tell you right now, Danny Boy he can't issue a Cover for Cover challenge. I will not go with a Cover for Cover challenge with old Danny Boy.
Oh, Danny Boy, I don't know if you're still here or not. But what Robert just said has been said quite a bit, because when he watches your videos,
oh my gosh,
and your plates are stacked with coins, he said, there is no way I would go in a challenge
with Dan.
But
Boy. I'd love to hunt with Dan.
He'd love to hunt.
I
'Cause
would.
Yeah.
I would love to go metal detecting.
Dye
with
his
Dan Anderson.
goatee orange.
And one of these days, I'd like to think that we get to go detecting with Dan. I would love to do that. I think that would just be awesome. Dye his goatee orange. Yeah, definitely. But yeah, I foresee a
I know there is
cover
going
for
to
cover
be
challenge.
a cover versus
Probably,
cover
hopefully,
challenge.
maybe a couple of them this spring and summer.
I know that there will be. I
Oh,
don't
I
look
know.
forward to them.
I know there will be.
Because
why? Because you could win. I mean, I
Yes.
could issue a challenge on a day and you kick my butt.
I very well could, and I hope I do. But the only thing that I have got going against me, and I have to be honest about this, is I take breaks. I don't dig as many holes as Robert does.
Oh, I'm going to the bathroom, guys.
Okay.
You all sit here and if I can roll this chair on the carpet,
I know.
it's kind of hard sometimes.
Sometimes it's hard.
Oh, I need one of them lift chairs, guys.
But I am not as persistent. Hey, you dork. I'm not as persistent. Hope you all didn't hear that. I am not as persistent as Robert is. Now that's just it. When we detect, and you see our wrap-ups, you see how many more finds he has. Our trash is sometimes combined. Sometimes I'll go ahead and utilize garbage cans or still in my pouch. But I'm not saying that that would be the reason I would lose a covert versus covert challenge. But I just don't. That's right. He digs like a machine, Cynthia. And I just don't. I like to look around but I love to metal detect. But I love to look at the surroundings and just look what could be laying on top of the ground. I'm one of those type people. So that is, yeah, I take a lot of breaks, Patty. I mean, I do. Not within my first couple. When we start our metal detecting day, which is usually of a morning, I'm pretty good to go up until lunchtime. But then when I come back from lunch, my shoulders, my back, because that AT Pro gets just a little heavy. But the second part of the day, I'm calling it.
Oh. Huh? Was you
Needless to say, I'm being interrupted again. Yes, I was trying
What
to
was
talk.
you being interrupted about?
Well, I said I don't have the persistence you do. And Patty says she takes a lot of breaks too, Melissa. And so that's what I was talking about. The second part of the day, that's when I am most tired.
Oh,
And so I usually will say I'm sitting down.
Yeah, usually the second part of the day is the most tiring part of the day.
Yes, it is, smart Alec. I mean, he earned that one.
Oh gosh, it's hard to roll the chair on the carpet. It's not like the hardwood floor it used to be. Let's see. I'm going to make a normal round.
Yeah, probably both.
Yeah, people aren't carrying the change like they used to. Huh?
Yeah.
And now that they're doing away with the penny, which I'm done with pennies.
Yep.
We left a stack on a picnic table the other day.
Yes, we did. For somebody else, some kid or someone to get. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I said, I ain't taking them pennies with me. I said, just leave them right here on the picnic table. I said, some little kid will get them, or someone, maybe a bum that needs
that might need those pennies. I mean, pennies do add
I shouldn't say
up.
bum. I didn't mean it that way, guys, but maybe someone less fortunate would see them pennies and take them.
Yeah, yeah.
So I could be a little bit more politically correct.
Because there was probably, 8 pennies, 10 pennies?
10, 8 pennies. Yeah.
8 to 10 pennies?
Yeah, 10, 8 pennies. There's probably 10, 8 pennies there.
Robert got to dig those pennies because silver and a heavy K gold ring. Just saying. Oh,
I don't know about her, man. This stuff happens.
Yes, it does happen. Well, it's getting. Forgive me, folks.
She don't know what she does.
Those of you who
She's done
understand.
She's done lost it, guys. I'm sorry.
Oh, I lost. Oh, Danny Boy's laughing. I think he caught on.
I don't know. I don't think they have.
I think he has. Yes, Patty, he found the hand.
Yeah, right there.
Wait a minute. The black. I'm spitting on everything.
What's wrong with you, Bliss? God. I mean, what is wrong with her? I ain't seen nothing. I don't know what you're all seeing. Oh, people done lost it.
Old Line says their new neighbors gave them free range on their yard. What a blessing. That is awesome. Exactly, Patty. I know you picked up on that. You know, that's not Robert or me.
I don't know who's down there. Where the hell? Hey. What's going on down there? Hey, stop it.
Humans are quirky. This was
we're,
hilarious.
we're starting the gutter part of the show tonight, guys.
No.
And those of you all out there that are sensitive and offend easily, you might want to leave now. Oh God!
Oh, Danny Boy, Robert's milking
The bully, he milk that bull.
Cynthia's in fits of laughter and tears.
You all are the problem with it all. You bring it out of us, man. We sit here trying to have a wholesome show. You know.
Please don't leave, Dirt Claw. Please don't be offended by anything Robert might say or do. I try to keep him,
You know.
you know.
Got it. Come on here, try to have a wholesome, you know,
I think you done said that
family
once.
oriented. You know, someplace you come and want to bring your children. Sit here.
Yay, Cynthia.
full of manners and.
You know, Bold Line and Caleb. He says, I'm so happy that Melissa and Robert are crazy about each other. Crazy.
I ain't crazy about it. She just drove me crazy over the years.
Richie says, wholesome show like Dream Stream on Fridays.
You got to realize that, you know, we're not crazy about each other.
We're crazy because
we
of
just
each
drove
other.
each other crazy. Her more so than me, or whatever, you know.
Say that one more time. What you just said and make it verbatim. What you just said.
Can't. Once again, you're at that part of the show where
Thank you, Caleb.
what is it?
You are a beautiful couple.
I know I am.
Here we go again, Patty. Okay, give me
No.
Like
That's
a little.
my support hand. I don't go anywhere without it. It has a little vest I put on it too. It's a support hand. Y'all don't believe me, but it's the truth. You think I'm lying, but I'm not. I go in Walmart with it. And
Oh, come on.
I walk
You
through
do
Walmart
not.
going like this. It gives me comfort. This old Robert. They're all going to leave. They're going, I ain't staying at this freak show no longer.
But this is the same hand. that
Hey,
was-
hey. Don't be touching the hand now, man.
It is the same hand that you always used to see on the back of the love seat, the
Yes.
recliner. Except he decorated it at Halloween.
Because I was hanging it
Uh-huh.
outside.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, hand. I didn't mean to do that to you. I'm sorry. I'll never. I promise you, I'll never do that again.
It's getting late, guys.
Getting it is, like, you know, my brain. I need the oxygen.
Yes, you do need
Where's my
oxygen.
tank at?
I don't know where your tank is.
I know where it's at. You was down there huffing it all away.
Richie says you'd fit right in at the Walmarts up here.
Oh, you ought to see some of ours too. Whew. Our Dollar General stores are the best, though.
Oh, golly. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They are.
They're right on the money. This hand is used for Halloween Day.
It is.
Yeah.
It
Well,
is.
you know, it's
That's the
like I
thing. We
said,
never have a
it's-
camera
it's-
with
it's
us,
my support.
Lisa.
It's my support hand. You know, it does this. It pats me. Says, Bob, you're doing a good job.
Yeah, because I don't.
I didn't say that, guys.
I know.
She told
I
on her.
said-
She
said
told
it.
on herself there. And don't sit and say Bob did that.
I'm
Ain't-
upfront and honest
ain't
with them.
blaming that one on me, guys. Absolutely not.
Oh, golly.
Look at this. Two
You're pointing at it.
2 minutes.
No.
We've been on here 2 minutes. 2
No.
hours.
Yes.
1 minute and 50. And man, that number right there is definitely dropping. It's okay, guys. It's getting late. I
It
know
is.
there's
And
other
yes,
live
Caleb,
streams.
you are
Probably
right.
other live
He is
streams.
his darling madam man.
I know there's probably other channels.
Yes, there's other channels you
doing
all want to
live
go visit
streams.
and live streams.
Who they are, I don't know.
Because we have been on slightly over 2 hours.
Have we?
Yeah.
Yes.
And we're
that's
down
right.
to 9 people.
I know, because they're tired of listening to us, man.
I'm sure they are.
More you so than me, you know.
Hmm. You
I
know
figure
what?
of the 10 that's here, 8.5 of them are here for me.
I don't know if we've ever watched Ginger Billy on Visiting Dollar
Yes.
General, have we?
Not on Visiting Dollar General, but we have watched Ginger Billy.
See you, Daddy boy. Good
what was
night.
the other?
Good night, Celicia.
Catfish Coolidge?
Catfish Cooley.
Coolidge. Or
Cooley.
Cooley. Yeah, Catfish Cooley.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yes, we have. But I don't know that I've seen that one where he visited the Dollar General. Or
Yeah.
not. And there's so many of them out there. It's hard to.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, guys, we're going to call it. It's 2 hours plus into this
You too, Caleb. Have a good
this
weekend.
madness that we call Clark's Cove Command Center
But
or Corner.
when
Now
the
we're
weather
Clark's
is
Cove Corner.
warmer and we can sit outside,
We're
then
going to
we'll
be
do
doing some live
lives
streams from outside.
outside, either
Yeah.
out back or
Yeah,
out front.
that way you all can hear the sirens.
and you can see the activity that goes
Nah,
on
there
here.
won't be none.
That'll be our luck. There will
It
be
won't.
nothing.
And truly, it's not that bad.
It's
around
not.
here, guys. We put on a lot.
But now the kids
But
on
the
the little
kids on the
bikes,
little motorbikes, that's the truth, man. That is
the
insane.
girl a block over that likes to stand on the corner. It happens.
Yeah, I mean, that is funny.
The
watching
altercation
these
next
little,
door, it
these
happens.
little kids running around.
But for the
on their
most
little
part, it's
mini bikes. But it's a quiet place. It really is, and we exaggerate.
See
a
you,
lot.
Lisa.
And
You too, Cynthia. Good night, Bill.
but there are some funny things
Patty.
we see going on around it.
There
is
is.
crazy. So.
And you never have a camera when those
Yeah.
funny things are going on.
Yeah, that's fine. Never have to, but I'm going to. I will. So, guys. Oh, excuse me, everyone. Bill, Cynthia, Bold Line, Danny, Lisa, Pat,
Patty.
Bill, I think I probably said Bill, James, Risha, David Alfonsetti, Madison
Relic
Lane,
Reaper,
Relic
Treasure
Reaper
Hunting Southwest
Don.
PA.
Yes, all you guys, thanks for stopping by today.
Yep.
Tonight,
Good night.
we'll see you all next week.
Yeah, we will. We'll see you next
Oh, I
week.
got the hiccups.
He does. So when he starts hiccuping, it is time
It's
to call
time to
it an
say
evening.
later.
Y'all have a good evening.
Yeah, and always remember,
If you lose it,
we find it.
we
And
find
we'll
it.
see you all on that first good.
Cover find.
Check in Friday or Monday night at 7:00. Enjoy the video.
Yes, absolutely. Good
Later,
night, everybody.
guys. Oh, where's the end game?
It's right there.
Oh, it's in stream, not
Yes.
in game. We was watching that movie.
Mario
the other night.
Santana, have a good night.
Yeah. Later, guys.